Hello and welcome to today's video. My name is Gergana Radovich and I'm a holistic health coach, sleep expert, EFT trainer and master T-Tapp trainer. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about perfectionism and why it's not required if you want to live healthy, happy and abundant life. Many people think that perfectionism is required in order to achieve what you want in life, but it's not quite so. So welcome to today's video and let's get started. I'm in Sofia, Bulgaria. The weather outside is wonderful and I'm so ready for the spring and for the sun. Let me know where are you watching this video from, and are you a perfectionist in your life or in any area of your life? I would like to know. And I would like to make this video as what you need from me, what you need to hear from me today. So please ask questions, post comments, and just say hi. Hi, Stasi. Good morning. I know you are in London. What's the weather there? How do you feel? Just a couple of seconds. And we are moving on. So, perfectionism. What is this? It's the inner drive, the strive to have everything perfect. And for many of us, it doesn't even need to be in any important area of our lives. We just need to get all things perfect, perfectly done, perfectly scheduled, perfectly executed. We need to be perfect. And instead of doing so, actually, we are suffering when we suffer when we can't get all things perfect. And of course we can't get all them perfect simply because we are human beings. We need to learn first, to execute some more, and then eventually we may come close to, well, I wouldn't say perfection, I would say learn things. And I know for many of you this might not be the case, but from my experience as a trainer, as a holistic health practitioner, as a human being, I know that many of us try to be perfect, and when they fail, they suffer miserably. Is that you, Stasi? Can you relate to this topic? And of course, not only you, but all the others who are watching this video now or later. What is the most important area in your life where you feel you need to be perfect? It might be your family role as a mother, father, husband or wife, daughter or son, brother or sister, or it might be your professional life, or it might be your social life, or you might need to be the perfect friend and you are always there when others need you. Which area is most important for you in your life? Let me know so we can talk a little bit more about that. And while you're answering, I'll tell you why I decided to talk about this today. Over the weekend, I had a great course. I'm an EFT trainer, and I had a group of women who wanted to learn more about EFT, emotional freedom techniques, and who wanted to acquire the skills to use EFT or simply tapping with their own clients. And although the course was great, the women were the group was really powerful. The women were really great. I noticed that for many of them, as I would include myself as well in this group, they strived to learn everything on the spot and to learn it perfectly. And as a trainer, as a teacher, as a holistic practitioner myself, I know that it's not always possible. And if we focus on this, I need to learn now and learn today and execute it tomorrow to the perfection, we submit ourselves to failure. And we must understand that if we want to become nearly perfect, we need to start with small steps and walk longer down the way, or walk longer than we'd like to, or than we expect to. And that's why I decided to shoot this video today, to have this video today, and really ask you, what are the areas of your life where you strive for perfection? And what are the efforts that you are putting into this area? And most importantly, what are the results? Do you get the results that you'd like to in that certain areas? Are you happy with what comes out of your efforts, or not so? From my experience, what I've seen, and I'm sure you relate to, we tend to forget that we need to take baby steps, and we learn skills by doing them, by applying them usually on daily basis. For example, even this video today, it took me a lot of trials, a lot of efforts, a lot of videos to come to this point today. I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm not saying all of the previous ones were, say, bad. I'm just saying that every single time we do something that requires skills and practice, we get better and better. And we might never be perfect, and that's fine. And why I said that perfection is not only not required, but it might even ruin your life in a way. I believe that behind perfection, the drive to be perfect, stays the drive to control everything. And people who usually like to control others, situations, outcomes, and variables, they are kind of perfectionist. And on my opinion, and being one myself, I know what I'm talking about, but on my opinion, it's really hard for them to accept that sometimes perfectionism is not required. Even more, most of the times, perfectionism is not required. I'm not saying that you mustn't give your best to what you are doing. I'm just in any areas of your life. I'm just saying that sometimes, many times, good enough is simply good enough. And there are areas where we need to, well, I would say we need to be perfect, but that wouldn't be true, because we can't be perfect, even though if we really try, we can get really good at what we do. We can put more attention, more practice, more effort, more energy, and sometimes we're really good. Other times, not so much. But maybe there are a few times when we are even nearly perfect. But most of the time, what's required is to be, well, probably above the average for many of us, but still good enough. Because what counts in the end is not how perfect you executed a thing or two, or did a thing or two, but how aligned you feel with your goals, with your life, with your family, with your friends, with your social circles, and your life in general. And from my own experience and the experience of my clients, I can tell you that you can't, the drive for being perfect keeps us from starting things, keeps us from starting something new, and keeps us from being our really best possible selves. What I mean by that? Well, I'm trying to remember, but probably 10 years ago, I started my first website. Or I had the idea of starting my first website. And I had friends then, and I have them now, but I asked them to create my website, to create a design. I explained to them what I wanted, and they created the website. I don't remember, but probably for a couple of weeks. And it was pretty fast, and the website was pretty amazing. It was bright and sunny, and I love it. And at the same time, I felt terrified because I didn't know what to do. And I was afraid that I might not get perfect in posting articles and writing about what I love to do. And my website started, I created it when I became T-Tapp trainer. And then I thought I needed to be really perfect as a trainer, really knowledgeable as a trainer. And before I could achieve that, there is no way for me to start writing about what I love and what I care for: exercise, eating, T-Tapp, and healthy life. And then I remember it probably took me an year to really write my first article about something that I loved and I knew: T-Tapp. And I remember I wrote this article. It wasn't even long, but I wrote it and I was petrified. I put it out there and I waited. I don't know for what, but I was kind of feeling that I'm waiting for something to happen. And of course, nothing happened. Nobody called me and said, well, this is a terrible article. Nobody sent me messages saying, are you crazy? What is this article? No, nobody cared. actually. And then I sent it to a couple of friends and told them, what do you think? And they said, well, it's okay, keep going. And it took a while for me to write the second one, and then the third one, and then I wrote more. And then 2 years ago, I created another website. Actually, my friends, the designer and the IT, they created another website, and it's even better. It's my new one, nfc.bg, and it's better than the previous one. And again, I had the same struggles. Is it good enough? Am I good enough? Is it not perfect? When is going to be perfect? And so on and so on. And I finally realized, because I had this, I thought about perfectionism a lot lately, especially during the past year. And I finally realized that it's not perfection that's required. It's consistency and just keep walking. That's what's really required. To put efforts, to do what's needed to be done, to get your feedback, then learn some more, then move on. And until you keep that, until you keep doing doing your job, doing what's required, you are going to become better and better and better in what you do. And again, here comes the question: is my website now perfect? No, it's not. But has it been helpful to my clients, to people who came over it, came to it and read the materials there? Yes, it has been very helpful. And if I haven't had the courage to write my first articles and then continue, it wouldn't have helped the people that came across both of them, actually, both of my sites. And Maria says, perfection comes with time. I absolutely agree. Perfection comes with time and with doing. And again, what I see in my clients is, well, of course, not all of them, but when I see this trait, I try to show them why it's harmful to them, for them to continue in this way, is when I see that they struggle to start something because they are not sure if they are good enough. Actually, they doubt if they are good enough, their idea is good enough, the obstacles are good enough, the circumstances are good enough. If they doubt themselves, I try to help them overcome this. And that's what I'm going to show you right now. And I'm going to show you how you can use EFT. We'll do a short EFT tapping meditation together. And I'm going to show you how you can use EFT in order to overcome this doubt and in order to feel free and motivated and release fear to start something new. So let's start. Tap on this on the side of the hand. It doesn't really matter which hand, but just tap lightly and repeat after me. Even though I struggle to start something new because I doubt myself, I love and accept myself. Even though I have serious doubts whether this thing is going to be successful or not. Excuse me, I love and accept myself. One more time. Even though I have serious doubts about this thing and about my abilities to start with it and to make it successful, I love and accept myself. And right now, ask yourself how much is the uncertainty, the self-doubt from 0 to 10, where 10 is I'm going to fail 100%, and 0 is I don't have any doubts in my success. So put a number there and pay attention if it's higher than 3 or 4. And again, tap on the head. Even though I have these doubts, maybe there is a way around them. And again, on the eyebrow point, I really doubt that it's going to work. Side of the eye, it's not going to work. Under the eye, I don't have the skills or the resources that are needed in order to make this thing happen. Under the nose, I don't have what's required. On the chin, it's too hard. Under the collarbone, it's too much work. Under the arm, there is no way I can succeed. On the thumb, there is no way I can do that. On the pointer, I'm sure I'll fail. Middle finger, there is no way I can get this done. Ring finger, it's too good to be true. Pinky, I can't do that. And if there are other words that you can use to describe your doubts, self-doubts, or your inner struggle, use them. And again, there is no need to try. I don't know where to start. I don't know what to do. I don't know what's required. I'm not good enough. I'm not perfect enough. I'm not consistent enough. Under the arm, I don't have the resources or the skills or the vision to achieve all that. On the thumb, I fail. Pointer, 100%. It's for sure. I'm not good enough. And again, tap lightly on the finger points and just look inside yourself. Look inside you and see whether there are any doubts there, whether there is something hidden and ready to get out. And rate your emotion. What do you feel? Maybe it's fear, Maybe it's loneliness. Maybe it's anger. Maybe it's something else. And tap on the points and give a voice to that emotion. Let's say it's fear. I'm afraid to start. I'm afraid to fail. I'm afraid to even search for help. I'm afraid that I lose money. I'm afraid that I lose time, precious time. I'm afraid that I'll fail. I'm afraid that I lose my current job or my position in life or my friends, or talk about whatever you're afraid of or for, and tap lightly and give this emotion or emotions a voice. Just continue tapping on the points. Tap, 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 and pay attention to what comes next. If you need to continue tapping on the emotions, you can do that. Otherwise, we're going forward and we're giving an alternative. So, what if I do it even though I'm afraid? What if I try and see? What if I start with small steps? What if I find somebody to help me? What if I give it my best? And then we'll see. What if I decide to move forward? Even though I might be afraid right now. I know that what is required is just doing something. Action is required. What if I start acting today? What if I try? And then adapt. Correct and adapt. What if I finally give it a try? What if? So you may continue tapping in this fashion, giving a voice to the thoughts that come to your mind, and just tap lightly on the points. And with the process, you're going to see that the fears, the fear, the anger, the loneliness, whatever emotion you might feel, will be going down, will go down, and you will feel and you will see actually more clearly what you need to do in order to move forward. And hopefully you see that it's not the perfection that you need. You see that it's the action that you really need. And something else, nobody but we are expecting to be perfect. I'm not sure this came quite right in English, but let's try again. You're the only one who is expecting yourself to be perfect. And we have the highest standards reserved for ourselves. We don't judge others by the standards that we judge ourselves. So keep that in mind and answer answer yourself. What's the next right thing? Well, actually, what's the next thing that you are going to do in order to achieve your goal and to move into the direction that you'd like to get? What is your next act? What's your next thing that you are going to do? I would love if you share with me, those of you who are watching the video with me right now, if you share with a word or two what are you going to do next? What's the thing that you'd like to really get going and the thing that you really love to see happens? So let me know what you're going to do and tell me whether this video, this meditation was helpful to you. I would love to know that. For me, I'm going to get back to writing and hopefully create something really, really good. I didn't say perfect, but something really good after our meeting today. And I would love if you do the same. If you find something that you have postponed for a long period of time, and now you want to go back to it. And again, thank you for being with me today. I'm Gergana Radovich. See you next week. Bye-bye.